Oh, this might be a fun stream again. If you're not familiar with the stream, my name is Kalle Slaap and I'm a watchmaker here in the Netherlands. And I don't do any work up front. So I don't know what to expect. But there was some Eve or moisture or oil. But we might see some disaster areas later on. Feast your eyes on this one. These are the projects I really do enjoy. What do you think of this? There is so much going on, and there's these we can get excellent results. Really do love this one. Like I said in the description, for me this is the real dad watch. Yeah, the Chuck Norris of watches. There's so much going on. It is a world timer, and here with the 24-hour scale, so it's a world timer and GMT. The caseback, if you are working on watches, you see it's a tiny bit different, because it's not full threaded caseback. It's just I think not even a quarter turn and that will open it. Here in the Netherlands it's called bayonet sluiting, but I'm not sure what the English translation is for that. Maybe some of you know. So you cannot open it by just turning the case back. It's just a bit of a quarter turn, that's it. Enicar Sherpa Guide. Well, we must be careful with the hands. Te is tritium, is radioactive. This one. Just a quick test, because there was some problems with the hands, if I'm not mistaken. So, pulling the crown, and it doesn't feel there is some resistance, there is some wobbly movement from the center. So yeah, we do have to do a full restoration. Oh, there is probably some moisture involved. Quite possibly some moisture involved. Let's get some pegwood. There is some play in the rotor, but not extreme. But we'll be able to fix that. And then the excellent question, what kind of movement it is. The AR, so that is Enicar. It's 1146. That is the pivot of a reversal wheel in a jewel. And the jewel is very hard material, so that isn't supposed to wear out. So, or the jewel is broken, or the pivot is quite damaged, but this means trouble. Simply we're looking at this. Well, I'm going to remove the rotor and see what's underneath. This is the inner bezel revolving around this wheel. You see that? With that we are moving the inner bezel for the 24-hour dial, the GMT. And here is the winding. And again, just testing with a piece of pegwood. There is some play, but doesn't look too extreme. Well, first things first. I would like to remove this automatic winding module. Then we have a closer look on the movement itself. And just as a bit of inspection, then we're going to release the power from the mainspring. So it's not a grenade anymore. And then we take it out of the case and be careful with the dial because it's tritium, so it's radioactive. And then we have a closer look underneath the dial. There we go. You see that I'm holding the piece on the stud where the automatic winding rotor is revolving around, and I love details like this where I'm holding, you can see some thread, and that is carbon steel, and the rest is brass, and you can see the steel bit is replaceable. So that's for me telling that this movement is built for the ages. You can already see it isn't centered. You can see the space between the windings here is so much more than on this side. Do you see that? I do hope that's visible. So the whole bevel spring is moved to one side. That. So now you can see there's no more power left. And with a piece of pegwood, again, no scratches. Again, just about every single stream you find there is way too much play in the main barrel. Here you can see the space between the barrel, the teeth of the barrel, and the main plate. And look at this. It is just about touching. So it does need some work, and I still see some experienced watchmaker just, well, not paying enough attention to the main barrel. Well, just a few turns here on the setting lever screw, and then I can remove the winding stem, and again we can see what else we'll find. This is moisture for a serious long time. If you can see the pitting and the wear. Not too much drama. There we go. Let's take off this ring around the movement to make sure the space in between the movement and the watch case is filled. And then, hey, there a watch dial screw is missing. And another one is missing. Well, that might be, I really do hope it's not glued in place. Only one way to find out. I really do hope it's not glued in place. Oh well. It's glued in place. Oh. I just go with the smallest hand lever we have. Just in between the dial and the movement, without touching the date ring. So it might be taped, yeah. I'll try it with my nail to go underneath, because your nail is such soft material, it won't scratch. There we go. I'll try to improve my camera skills, BFX. Now I go with my nail between somebody. Oh, look at that. Well, we're not the first to go in, but there's some resistance. There we go. There you can see the glue parts. Hey, interesting. The dial feet were already gone. Look at that. Are they gone? Yeah, oh look at that. Here. The dial feet were removed. That is strange. Because here in the... There should be a dial feet. Nothing there. And there is the hole for the screw, and there should be a dial feet. So both were removed. The date ring is a complete mess. So I really am going to look for a replacement. And these are the dots. That's like a two-sided sticky stuff. Hey, oh, do you see that? This is a jewel, and that is a post for this wheel. So this wheel should be revolving around this post. And did you remember at the start I was trying to set the hands, and that didn't work because, well, the post was gone. So this wheel didn't engage here between the teeth, and that is interesting. Look at this, all the moisture made sure that the print is gone. So I'm going to try to find an identical replacement for this date ring. And that is secured underneath this plate. As you can see, there are the teeth, and here they're not visible, so they are underneath this plate. This one is spring loaded to keep it centered, and underneath this plate. So if I'm going to remove the balance wheel and work on the other side of the movement, I have to turn it around. And this date ring is so fragile because of the print letting go. I would first remove the date ring, and then it's so much easier and less risky to work on the dial side, on the other side, on the balance side.